Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. So I am here to announce the July prompt for the journal challenge. I apologise, it's a little bit late. I do try to get these out on the first of the month, but I just had a backlog of videos. And yeah, July is this exciting month for Willowbound Journals. The fundraising month for the mental health art book to get that published. My kitty's having fun playing. So yeah, for the June prompt, let's first of all announce the winner for that. Let me fold up these papers a bit better. The prize for the June prompt was this embellishment pack. So these were quite popular in my Etsy. So I've decided to put up a mystery pack of handmade embellishments and other things. So that will just roll over if anyone is interested in those or missed out on the previous packs. And the prompt for June was keepsakes, and it was so lovely seeing everyone's journal entries. It's just a really nice a topic that can spark memories around loved ones and special moments in your life, and so it was really great hearing about those stories. So thank you everyone for sharing. The link will be below to Willowbound Journals, the Facebook group, if anyone would like to check out everyone's entries and if you'd like to be part of these journal challenges. And alright, I've got one. I'm looking away because this is popped open, so I have no idea who it is. And I think it is one. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's find out who it is together. It's Turquoise Dreaming! Yay! I'm so excited. I love your YouTube name. It's Cherie, I believe, but on YouTube it's Turquoise Dreaming. I'll link her channel below. She actually does videos of all of her journal prompts, or page spreads for the prompts, and she is actually putting together a journal with the prompts. So that is so exciting, and I'm so glad you won, and that pack will be going to you. So if you can just email me your address, that would be awesome, or Facebook it to me, and then I can send that to you. That would be awesome. Okay, so let's get on to storytelling and the July prompt and the heart about this. So it is dreams. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that one of my core words is dreams, or dream, along with the word hope. I've got quite a few core words though, but dream is definitely one of them. And yeah, I guess I grew up with that whole Gen Y mentality, with just my family, my parents and teachers and society and everyone around me telling my generation anyway, at least, or where I lived anyway, you know, reach for the stars, the sky's the limit, go live your dreams, that kind of thing. And so I had lots of dreams as a kid. Let me just share some of my, not my true childhood dreams, the ones that like were really in my heart, but just some fun ones. So things like being in a circus. I always wanted to be one of those acrobats or a contortionist, or being an ice skater, or being an artist, or being in a band, being a musician, a singer. One of my other dreams was to act and perform on stage, like theatre, drama, sing, dance, act, that type of thing. And often what I would do when, oh my, Kiani, what are you doing? When everyone left the house, I was like, yes! I would go in my room, put on the music, get my hairbrush, and there was a mirror in my room, and I would kind of perform to the mirror. I know, it sounds so weird, but I know other people out there do this too, right? And I would even dress up. I would have some dress-ups, and I would put on a costume, and I would make up some actions and perform the same actions for the songs, and I would do a little mini concert. So that was always a bit of a dream. Other dreams were to, I guess everyone has this one as well, to be a marine biologist. As a kid though, my dream was to be, the main one, or the real one, was to, look after my kitty over here. You want to come up? Hey, come over here. There we go. You say hello to everyone. Oh, a bit slippery there, isn't it, buddy? Alright, there you go. Now you just see his body. You're getting a bit too big for this table, aren't you? Alright, buddy. Stop that. Oh my goodness, he is a bit of a crazy cat sometimes. He's playing with his toy and dragging it across the floor. Anyway, what was I saying? Kiana, you've distracted me. My goodness. Oh yeah, that's right. my real dream, what I mean by that is the practical one, the one that I thought was actually possible, was to be a zoologist. I just wanted to work with animals. From the age of 8, and well, earlier than that, I loved animals, but from the age of 8, I had it in my mind, I want to work with animals. But yeah, I didn't want to be a vet because I don't deal well with, blood and surgery, that kind of stuff. But I wanted to be a zookeeper, and then I wanted to be a zoologist. So all through primary school, high school, that was my dream. Went to uni, studied environmental science, majored in zoology, did honours in animal behaviour. So everything was tracking perfectly. And then when I got my degree at the age of 24, I realised something. I realised it wasn't my dream anymore, which was a bit of a wake-up call. I shared this in a previous video too, actually. So then I went on to this bit of a quarter-life crisis, wondering, well, what do I want? I didn't even know anymore. And then finally, it took a few years, but I finally worked out that my heart has always been creative. Like, it was staring at me right in the face, From a young age, I was always reading, writing, drawing, colouring in, making stuff, bead making, making my own activity books, all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, at that age, even though the message was, go for your dreams and all that kind of stuff, certain dreams weren't looked on too well. The creative jobs weren't looked on too well, and I always felt like creating was a hobby and not a job. And then I just got into my head that, yeah, it wasn't something I'd ever pursue. It would be more practical and responsible of me to pursue science. That's why I chased that dream of being a zoologist. And then I wrestled again with this whole, well, I want to be creative, but I can't be creative. And then finally I was just like, you know what? I'm going to be creative. And I finally embraced my creative side and started pursuing creative dreams. So to be a writer, that is my dream, one of my dreams, and to be an author. And now with Willow Bound Journals, my dream is to make a living through creating, through journals, journal making, journaling, all this kind of stuff. And that's just a bit of a story about dreams in my life, but these are just extra prompts or ideas for you guys. You can do as many page spreads as you want for this challenge, but some other little prompts are a time in your life when a dream came true. So a lot of you know my story as well of how when I was a kid I wanted to be a ballet dancer. That was another one of my dreams, to be a dancer. And especially ballet, because I just think that's one of the most beautiful things in the world. Just the grace and the beauty and the way their hands move and the pointed feet. Oh my goodness! And so I gave up on that dream when I became an adult because I thought, well, my time's passed. But then finally at the age of 26, I was like, let's just go for it. And I started attending adult beginner ballet classes. And I loved it because I was living a childhood dream. And then, amazingly, through that, I started performing on stage. I was in a musical. I auditioned for the local dance school and got a part. And done 2 musicals so far. The first one I didn't audition because I was too scared. But the first one I danced 2 dances in, the second one I danced 2 dances in, and the second one I actually danced a classical ballet in a tutu and tiara. So I was just like, oh my gosh, my dream that I thought was dead has come true. And then finally at the end of last year I also got point shoes. So I've been walking around on point, just so fun. And Yeah, these are childhood dreams that never went away, and this is why this is another prompt. What I hope it like encourages you to think about it and reflect. That's what journaling is for me, reflection. Something that will help you with your life, not just, oh, I made a pretty page, but something that actually enhances your life and makes you reflect and adds something to your life now, and maybe sets your direction, gives you guidance. So, for example, I was just like, okay, I need to give up on this dream of ballet, and I struggled with that, but then I just was like, it's still alive in my heart, it's still something there, and I finally kind of just went, I'm not going to ignore it. Instead of shutting it down and saying goodbye, if that's still burning for that many years, I gotta listen to that. I gotta do something with that. And then that clued me in. So if there's anything from your childhood that still remains, that's still there, some passion, some thing you want to do, that's there for a reason, I believe. And it doesn't go away. Those things that don't go away, there's a reason it hasn't gone away. And it's never too late. If it hasn't gone away, then it's not too late. And yeah, I read this book by Jeff Goins, and that's what it encouraged me in, is often the things that we were passionate about as kids, we're still passionate about for the rest of our lives. And therefore, don't ignore it. Don't go, oh yeah, that's just a childhood thing. No, that could be an essential part of who you are, your heart. And so I'm much more now looking to go, look at who I was as a kid, what were my passions then, what were my dreams then, just what was in my heart. Is that still there now? If it is, I'm going to embrace it. So things like, as a child, I always loved dancing and singing and that kind of stuff, performing to no one in my room. And now I've lived that dream in this smaller way. Like, you don't have to, like what I imagined as a kid was to be a theatrical performer. But maybe it doesn't have to be that way. It's the heart of the dream. That little kernel, that seed, was simply to perform. And on a small scale, I did that. And that was the heart of the dream come true. So yeah, I'm just trying to encourage you guys to not ignore those heart dreams, and to find ways, like, it's not too late, and to find ways of how it could look in your life now. It might not look exactly like it did when you were a kid, but there's still ways to get that seed of the dream, that heart, and to make that come alive. I don't know. Anyway, other things. So dreams might not be a word that resonates with you. Dreams might be, for example, for me, the words happiness and joy back a while ago did not resonate with me. So if someone said, I want you to do a prompt on happiness, I'd be like, no, I don't want to do a prompt on happiness because I don't value happiness. Going through my depression and anxiety journey, I now value happiness and could do a prompt on it. So for some people, they may be like, dreams, who needs dreams? I gotta live in the now. I gotta live in the feet on the ground type thing. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe goals is something that more resonates with you. And well, okay, that resonates with me a lot. I'm a very goal-orientated person. I love projects. I love to-do lists. I love all that kind of stuff. So goals is just another fancy term. Dreams and goals, they kind of go together. So goals, though, are more, I guess, practical, more short-term maybe. What's your goal for today? What's your goal for this week? What's your goal for this year? What's this goal for a particular area of your life? What's a goal for your life? Life goals, you know. And then tying into that, bucket list. So maybe bucket list is more something that resonates with you. For other people, they're like, hate the concept of bucket list. Me, again, I love it. Anything to do with lists and dreams and goals, I'm a fan of. So bucket list, write out just a list of your things that you would like to do before you die. Or not necessarily before you die, just things you would like to do. And you don't, it's not like, now that I've written it down, I have to do it and I'm a failure if I don't do it. No. It's just fun things that you would like to do. For example, I want to always share my own. If you're going to share on a journal page, I feel like I have to share first to lead by example. Goals. Okay, my goal for this year is to publish that mental health art book. And I'm glad it's a goal because sometimes motivation wanes. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know if I believe in it anymore. I don't know if I want to put in the effort anymore. But the goal keeps me on target, on focus. It reminds me why I'm doing this, maybe, yeah, you could write why it's your goal, the motivation behind it, and that can help you stay motivated. And it reminds me, yes, I do believe in this project. Yes, I believe it has value. Yes, I believe it will help people. And therefore, I am going to put in the effort, I'm going to put in the time to write this book, to do draft after draft after draft, and to get it designed and go through all that process of getting it published. So that's an example of a goal for me for just this year. Bucket list. So I had like 100 things on my bucket list on my old blog, one of my old blogs, so I've got it somewhere. Some of them are just fun things. Some are like, I'm desperate for those to happen. Others I'm just like, oh yeah, that'll be good if it happens. You know, if it doesn't, fine. Things like from very deep and meaningful things to just the trivial. So like one of the trivial ones is I would love to swim underneath a waterfall, or, you know, go behind a waterfall, or shower underneath a waterfall. Not literally shower, but you know what I mean, have it fall on top of my head. I think that would be really cool. I would love to go overseas one day, maybe. Like, that's one of the ones that I would love to do, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be too fussed about. Whereas other people, they might be like, no, I desperately want to go overseas. I would love to learn another language. Again, I'm not too fussed if that doesn't happen. Just a fun thing to put on there. Ones that I really would love to happen, let's see. One of them in the past was to write a book, so I've already done that, which is good. One of them was to play flute. So actually, this is a good side note. I had a bucket list for years and I never ticked anything off. It was just there. And then one day I kind of woke up and was like, what's the point of having this list if I'm not even going to do anything with it? And then finally I started ticking things off, and life just became so much more interesting and so much more fun. So I was like, yeah, this is great. So I wanted to play the flute. That was always a childhood dream. Got a flute, played it for a while, got some lessons. I was even thinking of going in an orchestra just for fun, or a little band. Realised that, yeah, I do like the flute, but I don't actually want to spend time every day playing it. So I ended up selling the flute, and I don't see that as a failure. I see that as, hey, I tried something that I wanted to do, I gave it a go, and then I realised, hey, that's not for me. And that's totally fine. I was a little bit disappointed because I had this image in my mind, I'm going to be a flute player, but it's good to learn. You can only learn about yourself and what is right for you, what's right, a right fit, where your heart is led, sometimes only by trying things out. And that's what this did for the bucket list. Well, one of the things it did was helped me just to kind of branch out. See, I'm a very type of cautious, reserved person. I don't tend to try new things. That's why it took me forever to actually tick things off my bucket list, because I'm just a very, I don't know, a bit of a homebody, a bit mundane. People call my life boring. Because I just like to create in almost time, which I think is the most fun, interesting thing to do ever. But yeah, I got a guitar as well. Tried that. I would like to get that again. So I did sell my guitar when I moved. I'm not the most musically minded, but I still would like to try that again. So that's what I learned. It's like, yeah, the flute's not for me, but I would still like to try guitar. I do play a bit of piano. That's my instrument. Guitar took a bit more effort. I've got to learn how to strum. That's the main thing. Anyway, what else? I wanted to do a marathon, but instead I walked from Sydney to Melbourne. So I was like, hey, I did a long walk. That's a marathon. I don't need to do a marathon. So that's why it's flexible. A bucket list is flexible. Other things, I'm trying to think. I guess getting point shoes was on the bucket list. Getting a tiara was on the bucket list. Getting a tutu was on the bucket list. Doing ballet was on the bucket list. I haven't looked at my bucket list in a very long time because I deleted that blog a long time ago. I kept all the posts though. I just haven't looked at them. So I'm just trying to think, well, this will be a good chance for me to journal about my bucket list. I'm just going to do one whole page maybe, or put in a pocket a list of things, maybe top 10, because I don't want to write out a whole 100. But yeah, I'm excited about this now. Anyway, there's just some ideas. I hope you got some ideas, got some inspiration, and your brain is turning over, and I hope you really have fun with this challenge, this prompt, and I really look forward to seeing your page spreads. If you would like to enter, let me share with you the prize. This has come from the lovely Lisa. You know what I've really loved about this challenge is that 3 people have come to me and asked, can I provide the prize for one of your monthly challenges? Now, if that doesn't speak about how amazing this junk journal community is, I don't know what does. That they would, I mean, it's just amazing. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. So thank you to Lisa. She makes these beautiful cards. They are so stunning. Look how vibrant they are. Look how talented she is. She sells these. I will link her Facebook page below where she sells these, and her Instagram where she shares these. I got this one, it's in my own journal. She so kindly sent me a free one to me as well. Like, these are all just, she gave these to this challenge, but then she sent this on top of it as well for me to put in my journal. I love it so much. Oh wow, they're really pretty. I'll have to get some more, Lisa, but this time I'm buying, okay? I said I'd buy this one and she just gave it to me. Oh, look at these colours, they're so beautiful. I think I want to buy that one. And that one. And that one. Okay. And maybe I don't know, do you do custom, like if you want your own quote in there or something? I'm not too sure. I love these I don't know, I'm going to get a collection because I really want to put them in my journals as journal cards as well. So they are beautiful. That's the prize. How gorgeous are they? I mean, I guess you could use them as actual cards, but what I do is actually put them in my journal. So yeah, it's Serenia Blue, I hope I said that right, original artwork by Lisa Hanrahan. Beautiful, beautiful prize. I guess I should mention, if you don't know what I'm talking about with this challenge, and if you're still watching, I'll link the intro video to this below about my heart behind the challenge and journaling, and I'll link below all the playlists to the prompts, the previous prompts, the journal pages that I've done myself, and of course the Willow Bound Journals group page where you can see everyone else's pages too. Okay, that was a lot. I love story time, I hope you do too. And I hope, yeah, like I said, you get a lot out of this journal prompt, as I hope you get something out of every challenge, every prompt. Alright guys, looking forward to seeing what you come up with, and let me know in the comments if you are liking this prompt, if you've got any thoughts already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!